Question 10. We've been asked to shade 3/4 of this shape. Now, I can see that the shape has been split up into 12 squares. However, I want 3/4 of it. It's quite clear to me that there are 3 lines running down here, which means I have already got my shape split up into 4 pieces. To shade 3 of those would mean I would shade all of there, there, and there, and leaving 1 left over behind. So I've now shaded 3/4 of my shape. Question 11 is a question with a lot more writing in it. We've got to be quite careful in this one that we get everything, that we all of the marks available. So it says Mr. Mason asks 240 Year 11 students. It's important to identify that that's the number we'll be working with. That's the total number of people that everything adds up to. 15% of the students want to go to college, so I'm going to get an answer for that. 3/4 of students want to stay at school, I'll get an answer for that. And whatever's left over are the people who don't know. So I'm going to get 3 separate answers out here. Now, let's work with the 15% bit to start off with. So, to work out 15% of 240, the thing to do is to get 10%, which is 24. 5% is half of this, which is 12. So 15% is these 2 bits added together. Now if I add those together, I get 36. So I'm going to write that up into my question to make sure that I'm keeping a track of what I'm doing. 3/4 of the students want to stay at school. So if I want to find 3/4 of 240, I'm going to have to remember one thing. To find a fraction of a number, I've got to divide it by the bottom and times it by the top. So I'm going to have to do 24 divided by 4 times by 3. Then I'm going to have to put the 0 back in again. Okay, so 24 divided by 4 is 6, times 3 is 18, but I have to remember to put my 0 back in again because it's not 24, it's 240. So I'll put my 180 up here. At this stage, I know everyone else is a student who does not know. So all of the students must add up to 240. So I can add together my 36 and my 180. Adding my 36 and 180 together means I get everyone who's been accounted for so far, which is 216 students. There are 240 students altogether, so I do 240 take away my 16. So let me just make some space. 240 take away 216 leaves me with 24 students, and that's the number of people who are left behind. So let's just double check. It asks me to work out the number of students who do not know. That is the 24, so that's the answer I put into my box over here. Okay, question